If you feel different from other people, you have a strong intuition and a strong sense of purpose, even though you might not be sure what that purpose is, then you could be a chosen one. And today we will go through what a chosen one actually is, and more importantly, their purpose here on earth. So first we'll go through 3 things that you need to know about being a chosen one and getting clear on your purpose as a chosen one. And then we go into the general purpose of the chosen ones and how you and your purpose ties into that, how you can help humanity. If you don't discover your true purpose, you'll feel lost, unfulfilled, and disconnected from why you even came to Earth. That emptiness that you're feeling is a call from God to step up because you are ready. It's not a coincidence that you stumbled upon this video. By the end of this video, you'll understand the hidden purpose of chosen ones and how you can step into it. I used to feel like such an outcast. I couldn't hold the 9-to-5 jobs. I was really struggling to find love. I was going through spiritual awakening after spiritual awakening, dark night of the souls. It was so tough. Long periods of loneliness. Life felt harder for me than for others. But everything shifted when I realized my struggles were actually training for my mission. The biggest trap for chosen ones is thinking your pain means you're broken. It doesn't. It's preparation. The first thing you need to know as a chosen one when it comes to your purpose is suffering equals school. If you look at basically every spiritual tradition, the initiation is through suffering. Wounds often become the doorway to compassion. So if you're going through a pain or an obstacle or you recently overcome it, think about how that can help you serve others. For example, I felt really miserable in 9-to-5 jobs and I really tried to get out of the rat race. I tried for so long, failed so many times, but eventually I made it and I haven't had a job in over 8 years now. So I created a program, Nomad Freedom Academy, to teach other spiritual seekers how to quit the 9-to-5 and do their purpose full time. And what is that for you? Have you been struggling with love, dark night of the souls, depression, obesity? These struggles could be preparing you for your mission. You might notice how every leader or influencer you've been following have had a rock bottom story. They didn't start out this way. For example, most confidence coaches have a rock bottom story where they used to be super awkward. So they had to learn from the ground up how to become confident, what are the elements of becoming confident, and then they started applying it and it worked for them, and then they started teaching others how to do the same. And if you want more guidance on how to find your purpose and turning it into a soft business, sharing your gifts with the world so you don't have to work a 9-to-5, then book a free business clarity call, link in the description. The second thing you need to know as a chosen one when it comes to your purpose is solitude as training. Many chosen ones have struggled with periods of loneliness. Maybe it's been your entire life where you've just struggled to have friendships. Or perhaps you didn't have that love that you wanted from your parents, or struggled with relationships. I felt lonely most of my adult life. And I always thought like, what's wrong with me? Am I not lovable? But the good thing that came out of it is that it forced me inward and strengthened my inner guidance. Contrary to my schoolmates or colleagues who were going out every Friday, busy all weekend hanging out with friends, so they've had less time to actually go inwards. And major teachers historically went into solitude before serving. For example, Jesus went into the desert for 40 days to fast, pray, meditate. And same with Buddha and most monks. Solitude isn't a punishment, it's a rehearsal. God has isolated you, so you will go inwards. So don't compare yourself with others. You don't need to have a huge friendship group. I remember back in early Facebook days when it was almost a competition on how many friends you would have on Facebook. I'm so glad that that is not a thing anymore. So in fact, I urge you to lean more into solitude. And I challenge you to take a moment today in solitude, perhaps a nature walk, meditation, some journaling, or maybe breath work. And then notice if any messages, any downloads, anything, any realization comes through. And let me know your experience in life with solitude in the comments. The third thing that you need to know as a chosen one about your purpose is embodiment, from hiding to full presence. When I stopped trying to fit in, I unlocked the power to help others step into their truth. Society is shifting from ideology to embodiment. People need real, lived examples more than lectures. So I challenge you to share a piece of truth today. For example, a social media post or an Instagram story, or go to a meetup and share your opinion about something. Don't overthink it, just share from your heart. Practice beats perfection. You weren't chosen to play small, you were chosen to help humanity rise. So now you might be wondering, what does my suffering have to do with humanity? Well, personal initiation scales. Your healed wound becomes a map for someone else in crisis. As mass awakening and shadow surfacing accelerate, more people will need grounded guides who can translate insights into practical action and build community resilience. That's the role chosen ones are stepping into now. Healers, community builders, teachers. So how do you actually step into your purpose? How do you do that practically? Well, watch my video, Best Business Models for Spiritual People. Click the link in the description or somewhere around this video.